I diagnosed this oil leak a couple days ago. It was leaking in a couple different places, so we're gonna start off with this rear valve cover. The intake covers the rear valve cover, so we gotta take off hella shit to get to it. So yeah, just take off everything slowly. It's not hard, it's just time consuming. So yeah, you just gotta take off everything with patience. Make sure you don't break anything. Make sure you get everything off. Don't yank on it at the beginning. Just make sure, just pull up, and there might be something still hanging on. There's right here, yeah, there's still some vacuum lines hanging on, so you just gotta take those off. But yeah, it's just patience. But yeah, and then once you do that, you can pull the intake all the way out of the way, so you can gain access to that rear valve cover. And yeah, just contemplate life for a couple seconds and then get back to work. Can't do that for too long. Gotta make some money. I used a little pry bar right here, and I pried on the valve cover. You just gotta do it like really carefully. It's plastic, it could break, and especially if you're gonna reuse it. But yeah, right here I actually left one of the bolts on, so yeah, just gotta do that carefully, because that could have broke on me really easily. But yeah, just pull out the gasket. This one had 2 gaskets for these sensors. There's also a whole bunch of sludge in here, and yeah, I kind of cleaned it a little bit, but hey, they didn't pay me to do that. So then I just brake cleaned the valve cover, and then I super glue the gaskets on just so that they don't roll. I've never had an issue with this, so yeah, that's what I do. And then you got to replace the gasket on the intake, and everything goes back together pretty easily, especially if you've done it before. But yeah, I mean, it's super straightforward, easy, like 3 hours. I don't remember how much they paid me, but yeah, it was around 3 hours for this one. Got everything back together, and now we're moving on to this crank pulley seal. Obviously, you can see all that RTV on the upper pan gasket. We couldn't really see what was leaking, but yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where the actual leak was. So I just cleaned up the old job and I put some new RTV on it, and hopefully that fixes the leak. We'll see. So yeah, we're moving on to another car. I'm replacing the battery on this one because it was dead. So yeah, and then we're moving on to our second valve cover of the day. Put a jack under the engine just because you got to remove this mount, and then you pull the mount to the side like a pretty much 20s just to get it out of the way, you know. They want you to remove the intake so you can get the last bolt, but you could just use a wrench and then carefully slide that mount out. And that's my boss right there. Tell him to give me a raise. The $5 an hour ain't cutting it no more in this economy. But yeah, now you just tug on that valve cover. I had to use another pry bar. And this one, it doesn't really matter because they gave me a new valve cover because they had leaking tube seals, and the tube seals are integrated into the valve cover. So I put the new valve cover in, fitted it in there. And right here's the bolt that they want you to remove the intake for. You don't have to do that. Like I said, just use a wrench. But yeah, I got the car back together. I did some services on it. I think I ended the day off with like 10-3, 10-4 around there. Had a busy little Friday. It's alright though. Looks like we made money. So fuck, that's all I'm here for. So I'm gonna call that a successful day.